in Wednesdays at 3:30, 7:30, and 10:30 for Where We Live, presented by Lloyd Gampton Retirement Centers.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Quite well, thank you.
We have an ice storm approaching. The Weather Service has issued an ice storm warning for all of the JTV viewing area, winter storm warning for the rest of Michigan. All that in pink will be getting snow, and lots of it. Those of us in purple are going to be seeing ice accumulating, freezing rain, sleet mixed with rain, freezing rain mixed with snow, sleet mixed with freezing rain. All this happening sometime soon, because already we are hearing reports of some freezing rain, freezing precipitation in the southwest corner of Jackson County. So it's on its way.
Yeah, the ice was sticking to the windshield. The rain was sticking to the windshield this morning on the way in. So obviously everything's canceled school-wise today. And yeah, so be careful out on the roads for sure. Did you know the storm has a name?
Ice Storm Zebra?
No, Ice Storm Olive.
Olive.
And that's why I thought you were wearing that olive-colored shirt today.
Yes, that's it.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks to the Weather Channel for naming our storms.
Noah was looking for famous olives, and of course, I could only think of olive oil.
Olive oil.
Popeye's
Yeah.
spouse.
Olive
Is Marie Osmond's first name.
Olive Marie
Olive
Osmond?
Marie Osmond. Did you know that? You should know
did
that.
not know that.
80s radio. You should know that. So, no, I was watching the Weather Channel last night, and it's crazy what's going on in Minnesota, Wisconsin. It's just they have the snow that we don't have. So
And the cold.
in the cold.
Yeah, I was watching the Weather Channel too, and they were showing a movie.
Oh, yeah, there was a murder. I was going to bring that up. Like, I was watching the Weather Channel, went and did something, came back, and there was a guy laying down being stabbed.
Yeah.
So they showed just like reruns
It was a movie.
of-
The Weather Channel has one job.
Yeah, it was
Just do
weird.
the weather.
Yeah, very weird.
Spring Arbor University and Jackson College will be having all their classes remote today. City of Jackson Parks and Rec, all programs and centers canceled. And it's also Ash Wednesday.
It is also Ash Wednesday, yes. Great win last night for Michigan State University men's basketball. It was a cool night seeing them top Indiana with all of everyone in the stadium wearing the Spartan Strong T-shirts, and it was cool. It was cool to see. I was telling Brandon this morning. It's amazing seeing this just 8 days after this tragedy, but it is the right thing to do.
The names of those killed on the players' shoes. 8 seats were reserved for the 3 who died and the 5 recovering in the hospital. A moment of silence held before tip-off, and then the MSU band played MSU Shadows. Spartan Strong in evidence last night at Breslin. We want to give a thanks and a shout out to Kurt and Mary Nichols at Marino's. This is their last week of their Parnell Road location, but they will still be open in Spring Arbor and on Horton Road. Good news for you.
Yeah, for sure. If you're looking for something to do, and I think this might be weather related, Thursday night, you've never heard of such a thing. The Cascades Manor House is having a chunky blanket night.
Oh,
You ever heard of such a thing?
no, I've never heard of such a
No,
thing.
well, it's a class for beginner knitters, and you get to make an entire chunky blanket. So that's Thursday night at the Cascades Manor House. I've invited Austin Curtis to go to chunky blanket night with me. He is yet to RSVP.
What is a chunky blanket?
It's a beginner knitting class.
Oh, but is
okay?
a blanket?
You'll
are you
make
making?
you'll leave with a 40 by 60 blanket chunky, I
Chunky.
assume, that you made. So
Is it chunky because you didn't purl and knit and
I
stitch?
don't know. I will let you know after Austin and I make our chunky blankets. So, hey, I've got some sports. Let's get to it. Our Extreme Dodge scoreboard brought to you by our good friends at Extreme, and it was an exciting night. I'm going to tell you how exciting it was.
How exciting was
here. It was so exciting that when I tell you about the girls' basketball scores, you won't believe it. Boys' basketball, Jackson 83, Chelsea 81, Concord over Reading. Columbia Central fell to Ida. Jackson Christian lost to Pittsford. And I think the score is wrong. Didn't Lumen Christi beat Western? And boys? I'm pretty sure that Lumen boys beat Western, but I'm not sure. We'll confirm on that. Marshall over Northwest. Girls basketball. You're not going to believe what happened last night, Bart.
No.
No, you're not. There is a three-way tie for first place in the Cascades. We have co-champions because Napoleon knocked off East Jackson last night. So you have Grass Lake, Napoleon, and East Jackson all finished in the league at 8-3.
These are girls. Girls.
These are girls' scores.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are girls' scores.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
The man behind the curtain. The man behind the curtain. Back to my story. Napoleon, if East Jackson girls would have won, they'd have won the league outright. Napoleon beat East Jackson. They were up 30-15 at halftime. The final score, 35-32.
Wow.
I asked Troy Fairbanks, I said, how did you handle that from a heart standpoint? And he said, not well. But it's cool to see all the competitive girls basketball.
Jeff Steers said it was the greatest coaching achievement he's witnessed.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it. So, yeah, that's our scoreboard. And, hockey. We had some hockey stuff going on. Jackson United destroyed East Kentwood, and Lumen Christi took care of Walled Lake. So both teams advance, and that's our scoreboard brought to you by our friends at Extreme.
Big show. Busy. Who's on?
Busy show. We have with us Jacob Inocencio from Grow Jackson, and Jacob will limp on set right after this.
Take your best shot. Get your flu shot and COVID booster today. Protecting you and your family from the flu and COVID-19 is vital. The most effective way to prevent a serious illness is by getting your flu and COVID vaccines. All vaccines are safe, effective, and recommended for ages 6 months and older. Vaccines are available to anyone at our downtown, Parkside, and Northwest Health Center locations. Vaccines are available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on a walk-in basis. We also have evening appointments. Call for more information at 517-748-5500.
The Center for Family Health has been opening the door to healthcare for all for over 30 years.
Within the folds of your life, you find the passion and drive to keep pushing forward. Growth comes from continually moving ahead in every stage of life. Count on County National Bank to help with seamless financial solutions. We can act quickly and accommodate your needs, whatever life brings your way. Our local bankers understand our community and your goals.
Let's work together.
Learn more about our personalized banking services at cnbb.bank. Member FDIC.
At Blair's Car Care, honesty and customer satisfaction have always been the most important thing for us. We have been serving loyal customers in Jackson County for almost 100 years. We do auto repair of all sorts, including tires, alignment, brakes, oil changes, and much more. For more information, please call 517-782-8116 or come stop by at 2424 Wildwood Avenue and experience for yourself what makes Blair's so special.
For over 35 years, Nostalgia Inc. has been Jackson's home for all things comics, graphic novels, and games. Whether it's Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, The Walking Dead, or even Stranger Things and Star Wars, Nostalgia's friendly staff has decades of experience and can find the perfect gift for that fanatic in your life. With the largest selection and inventory of the latest comics, you're always sure to find something new and different at Nostalgia. Looking for something from years back? Our backstock selection can't be beat. And don't forget to ask about our subscription service so you never miss an issue. Into Magic the Gathering, D&D, Pokemon, or tabletops? We've got everything you could ever need. Whether you're starting a new hobby, a seasoned collector, or just shopping for that superhero in your life, Nostalgia Inc. is the place for you. Nostalgia Inc. on Mechanic Street, downtown Jackson.
Our show today is brought to you by Vermeulen's Home Furnishings. They're in their third generation of being family owned and operated. Thank you to Vermeulen's for helping us bring you today's show. The Career Center has an open house that they're inviting everyone to attend. If you're curious to see, hey, what's going on out there at that Career Center? Well, Thursday, February 23rd, 4 to 7 p.m., and you can check it out. State-of-the-art classrooms, latest tools and tech, industry-certified instructors, certifications and college credits, and early college opportunities. Check it out again, Thursday, February 23rd, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Career Center.
Joining us now is the president, and founder of Grow Jackson, Jacob Inocencio. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys doing?
We're doing really well. We recapped the event before you came on, and you had a little injury. I'm sorry.
I know. Did you talk about the injury before I joined you?
Yeah.
Okay,
no, we have to talk about it. So you're in a boot. We normally have the shoe cam. We're going to boot cam today.
Well, yeah, it's boot cam. Yes, tragic.
Boot cam.
Right there,
Yeah,
yes.
there it is.
So I broke my foot. I stepped in a hole. And
It's not funny.
It's funny. It's okay. I'm okay. As you know, Orthopedic Rehab is the title sponsor for the race series. And I even made a big deal before the race of saying to everybody, it's slippery out there.
Yeah.
The city's done a great job helping us get the path ready, but still, watch your step.
Yeah.
It is February. We don't want anyone to have to go see Orthopedic Rehab. Got a big laugh. 20 minutes later, I broke my foot. And I thought I was fine.
Yeah.
I went to the ER the next day. They took x-rays. They're like, no, this is super broken. You need to go see a specialist.
Wow, super broken.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Well, despite the
Wait, did
injury,
you say specialist? Oh my God.
I mean, just a specialist for feet.
Okay.
For fixing broken feet.
it's been a busy winter for Grow Jackson. Groundhog Gallop, it was a fundraiser.
It was. Yeah. Groundhog Gallop was an amazing fundraiser. We really appreciated our sponsors. Inocencio and Fisk sponsored us. We had support from JPS, Culligan, Orthopedic Rehab, MVP Sports. Who else was in there that supported us? And of course, we had Fortress Cafe and you folks giving us in-kind support. The photos turned out great, as they always do. We had an amazing event. We last year had 180 people sign up and about 135 people run. This year, we had 260 people sign up with over 200 people start.
Wow.
So we had about 20% fall off both years, which is to be expected given that it was
cold.
About 8 degrees.
Yeah, it was.
the race.
I was driving home from, a youth sporting event and saw everyone running, and I was just thinking, dang, it's cold out.
It was chilly. It was super chilly, but we had a really good time. It was wonderful to have the opportunity to share with some new folks about what we're up to at Grow Jackson. It was great for Orthopedic Rehab to get to recap the 2022 race series and use this as a kickoff for the 2023 race series. I appreciated the fact that so many different race directors from this series were there that day, getting to share a little bit about their events and offered sometimes discounts or promotional materials for their own races. I know that the next race in the series is Family Service and Children's Aid, and they already have, I believe, 40 or 50 people signed up for that event. So we're looking forward to that in April.
Hopefully your boot will be off by then.
Yes, I know. Against doctor's orders, have been able to swim. I've just been pulling, and so I'm going crazy without being able to get the Y at all. So, no running, no biking for now.
Let's talk about some partnerships with schools. You've got a few. You're enhancing partnership with Jackson Catholic Schools. I know they approached you, but also Northeast Elementary. Tell us about that partnership.
Absolutely. So we're expanding our partnership with JCS. They were our first major donor back in spring of 2021, and they really believed in us, and we were so grateful for that, and still are. And so we were able to put a garden at St. Mary's, adjacent to the Catholic Charities building, and had 2 great years of programming there with the students at St. Mary's as well as with the YMCA. This year, we're able to now stretch that partnership. So because of some support from Jackson Catholic Schools, we're building out a curriculum. We're going to have a hoop house actually on Lumen's campus. So we're going to get to do some really cool agriculture science and stretch what we've been doing K-6 all the way to K-12.
Nice.
So continuing those curriculum build-outs, aligning them with the science standards, and getting students hands-on lab-type experiences that are supplemental to their science standards. And it really helps them connect their food system, right? They can see food in a real way. They can understand the process. They can understand the concepts of pollination and germination and photosynthesis much better. When they can see it, they can interact with it, they can understand how the process unfolds.
Got other schools that you're partnering with as well?
Yep, so we're adding Northeast Elementary, and we're really excited about that, just to get to stretch the elementary programming. So we're going to work with the students at Northeast, and we're really thankful to Conagra Conagra Brands Foundation and the Jackson Community Foundation, because major grants from them last year have made the addition of Northeast possible. And so we're really excited to formally start this partnership with Jackson Public Schools and hopefully trend in the same way where we continue to add schools to the process. And what we're really excited about with that is its collaborative effort between Grow Jackson, Young People of Purpose, which is Diane Washington's organization, and Northeast and JPS. So Diane's been doing great elementary student programming for years and is breaking into Northeast and working with their students in a more consistent way. So to be able to support on the garden side of things is amazing. And she and I have worked well together at the King Center now for the last 2 years and are also looking forward to a great program there.
Are there volunteer opportunities?
Absolutely. We're getting ready to roll out our volunteer calendar. That's going to be on our website and on Facebook. So we're going to have events almost every Saturday this spring. We're going to have much more growth happening. We're going to add space to the King Center. We're going to add space to our Tomlinson Street Garden. And so there's going to be plenty of opportunities for organizations and individuals and families to come out. Here's a photo from some of our friends at Rise Above, who are probably our most consistent volunteers, old students of mine who are really willing to show up and do whatever they need to do, get their hands dirty, and support the process. They were actually instrumental in helping us with a recent major donation that was a little bit larger magnitude than I was ready for, transparently. We were contacted by a company called Piedmontese, which is a beef company out of Nebraska, and Deb Lazaroff was able to connect us with them because she ran a race in, I believe, Texas that they had sponsored. She gets us on the phone with them and says, hey, I would like to pay my award, my gift card forward to Grow Jackson. So we start speaking with somebody there who I think John does community engagement of some kind. And he said, well, what if we just donate some beef jerky?
Oh, cool.
And so I was thinking, okay, great, a couple cases of beef jerky. This would be great. It's shelf stable, it's high in protein, and it's a nice opportunity for people in the winter. And then 12 massive pallets of beef jerky showed up. Over $100,000 worth of beef jerky that they donated. Wow. It was mind-blowing. We didn't even know what to do with that. So I called up my friends at Rise Above, and JPS let us use their loading docks at Hunt. And we unloaded the 12 pallets, and we trucked it over to Isaiah's Hub, where we rent space on Tomlinson Street. And the kids helped us all day.
That's amazing. How many sticks of beef jerky have you had?
Myself, a lot. We can't we can't find enough people to give it to.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
absolutely.
amazing.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's cool. What a nice donation.
Yeah, we're completely humbled by that, and proud of the fact that it went so well. You know, thankful for the volunteers, of course. Beyond words, we can't say how amazing it is what Piedmontese did for us. Like I said, I really thought couple cases of beef jerky.
Yeah.
And it's grass-fed, grass-finished, it's organic, it's made in the United States, so really high-quality stuff. And they shipped it to us. they organized all the logistics for us. We didn't have to do anything except have a loading dock and have the volunteers there.
Wow. Sound like good people.
They were amazing. Yeah, we really appreciated them.
Yeah, thanks to Piedmontese beef. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. They were, and it's so great to work with farmers who support what you do, especially when they're also farmers who believe in land stewardship, who believe in taking care of the environment, who believe in feeding people. I mean, those are some of our core values as well. Yeah. So to find an organization that's doing that so well on 70,000 acres in the Great Plains, which is, I know, right? We're growing on a half an acre here in Jackson. Amazing. So we feel really humbled by that and really blessed, and have been working diligently this winter. So we still have a lot to give away. We still want to get some to Residents in Action and the Community Action Agency. We've given some to Interfaith. We've given some to various schools, food banks around the county. We've been very lucky to have that support from Piedmontese.
Yeah, and you also have had support from the school districts you're working with, and also the Jackson Community Foundation.
Community Foundation has been amazing. The Conagra Foundation has been amazing. Some of our major donors this year have really, last year now, have really put us in a position where we feel like we can take a next step. Actually, I'm now able to be a full-time employee of Grow Jackson, which is amazing to get to be the executive director.
Awesome.
I got to take a step back from my job at Veritas, which I love, but I can focus more on developing these relationships, doing our programming. So we're excited. We're going to work with 1,000 kids this year. We're going to keep our partnerships with the city, the YMCA, Rise Above, add Jackson Public, expand Jackson Catholic Schools. So really a lot of tremendous things coming, and we're really blessed.
Sounds like it. Well, congratulations on all the success. Sounds like 23 will be another great year, and looking forward to having you back on. Heal up,
Thank you.
please.
I'll heal up for sure. I am going to the ISD open house tomorrow.
Okay.
So if you're there, maybe you'll see me, maybe you won't see the boot, who knows.
Oh, we'll see. We'll look for you there. Thanks, Jacob.
Thank you.
Jacob Innocencio, Executive Director of Grow Jackson. More of the show right after this.
Collins Brothers Floor Covering has been serving the Jackson community for over 80 years. We specialize in residential and commercial projects and offer a full range of flooring materials from carpet to luxury vinyl. With endless colors, styles, and patterns to choose from, we can complement the look of any room. Quality products at the best value and customer satisfaction are guaranteed when you choose Collins Brothers Floor Covering. Contact Collins Brothers Floor Covering and see how we can personalize your project today.
The Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill has something for everyone. They offer a large menu with a variety of meals to choose from, including many Middle Eastern options, along with the everyday favorites. Enjoy live music and dancing, pool table, huge bar and large banquet hall, perfect for your next gathering, wedding reception, graduation party, and more. And don't miss Sunday brunch, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Experience a great night out at the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill, located at 3705 Ann Arbor Road in Jackson.
You know who opens drains others can't? Minuteman Sewer and Drain experts. Never hesitate to call. They can fix a problem before it becomes a bigger problem. And they stand by their name and guarantee their work. They open drains that others can't. MinutemanSewer.com.
Our new Express Oil Changes and More building has been a huge success. Not only do we have the best oil change prices, we top off fluids and do a 33-point inspection. All while you enjoy fresh-baked cookies, coffee, and popcorn in our new lounge. This month is our Jeep Freedom Day sales event with special pricing on all new Jeeps. Stop out to Extreme Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Jackson, just off I-94 exit 141, or online at extremedodge.com.
You need a plumber? Grimes Plumbing Company. Licensed and insured, proudly serves the Jackson area with fast, reliable service and competitive pricing, both for repairs and new installs. For fast, reliable plumbing service, call Grimes Plumbing today. And remember, we love water.
Welcome back to the morning show. Our show today is brought to you by the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill, and they have daily specials, a breakfast and Bloody Mary bar that starts at 7 a.m. on Sundays, and you can also book your event there and check out their website for live music and daily specials. That's the Enchanted Forest. Also coming up this weekend is the Home Builders Show, and if you'd like to go, there's 3 days you can go. You can go Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and we have tickets here at JTV. If you'd like, stop by and grab one. Visit JacksonHomeshow.com.
I was watching the high school basketball game on JTV last week, and David Rice said, "Nothing beats a fine Bloody Mary bar on a Sunday morning." Yes.
Yeah, well, there's been an email sent to him, so he won't say it anymore.
17-year-old?
Nah, he's 18.
Joining us now from Spring Arbor University, the Dean of Engineering, Ron DeLapp, and from Jacktown Vectors, the robotics team from the Jackson Area Career Center, Charlotte. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. This is an exciting time to have this event on campus.
It is. You know, this is our third year having it on campus, and it's kind of a well-oiled machine now, and we always get excited around this time. It's very busy. We'll have 40 teams coming from around the state, and probably 12 or 1,300 people on our campus, all in a frenzy as
it is a frenzy.
They do their first robotics competition.
It's amazing to the atmosphere. It's like the Olympics.
Yes, it makes me feel young just being around all of these young people like Charlotte who are just pouring their hearts into these competitions and building some incredible robots.
Yeah, and Charlotte's been in robotics from a very young age, and you were a big part of last year's event at SAU. Yeah. You actually opened it with the national anthem. Nice job.
Thank you. Yeah, I've done robotics since I was in 6th grade. I did the middle school team. I was the team captain in middle school, and then I came up to the Career Center to do the team here, and I love it so much. It's one of the best experiences. And it's such a great environment for kids. It gives them a way to like express themselves. Like for me personally, I got to help design the t-shirts for this year. This is our design from last year, but it's great for kids. It's a very, like you were talking about, it's a frenzy at the competitions, but it's amazing chaos. It's you're never bored. And it's just one of the best feelings to get out there and be like, oh my God, that's mine. Like, I built that.
Are the vectors ready for next week?
I think by tomorrow night we will be ready.
Tell us a little bit about your team and what you've been working on.
So we have been working on making an arm that can pick up both blocks and cubes. Okay. That's one of the main things that we're focusing on. They have a station where you can pick up things, and we're working to pick up from that as well as pick up from the floor. We just finished attaching all of our arms, and by tomorrow we'll have the wiring done for our robot. Another thing that we've been working really hard on is an auto balancing system. So what that does is there's what we have called a charge station. You drive up on that, and the auto balancing system will drive it forwards or backwards to balance it. We have multiple videos of it doing that by itself with other robots, and it was really exciting to see that happen for the first time.
What happens when, because I've seen these robots collide in competition. Mm-hmm. What's that like as watching that as a team member when your robot's colliding with another one? Obviously, it's competition. It's race timed out a lot of the skills. But what's that like when you're seeing what you guys have put together just get ran down?
Well, we build our robot specifically so it has like interchangeable parts. So if anything breaks between matches, we just take it off, put a new one on. But it is kind of scary sometimes. Like last year, we had to climb up. It was always scary. We would be like 4 feet in the air and we'd be like, please don't fall. But I mean, our whole robot is built to protect against anything being harmed on the inside. So it has polycarb outside, so it protects all the wires and anything that's fragile, like the batteries, and it has bumpers as well, which will protect the main focus of the robot.
Here's some of the frenzy, Ron, that you were talking about right on campus.
Yeah, it's amazing to see like 100 students all lined up doing the Macarena together down on the floor of the robotics competition.
The teams have themes. You'll see various, should we call them costumes or uniforms?
Sure, yeah.
What's your theme this year?
Well, the theme this year is the tournament as a whole is charged up. So it's basically electricity getting electricity. So our shirts have like lightning bolts and everything like that. So that's our theme for this year.
Cool. How many on your on the squad?
We have, I believe, I know we have over 30 students.
Wow.
Ron, can people come and watch this competition?
Sure. Yeah, the competition is free to the public. You can come. We'll be competing on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Friday and Saturday will be the more busy days. So if anyone would like to come, as I say, there's no charge to come. Friday and Saturday are the busy days. They'll run from 8 until 8 in the morning till 8 at night. It's just very, very busy days. And it's just one competition after another. We've got to whittle 40 teams down to a few champion teams, and it's a pretty consistent, continual process of competitions, so people can come anytime throughout the day to see what's going on.
I've been. It's so loud. Are robotics parents worse than hockey parents?
Ooh, that is a good question. We have a cheer. Our main mentors of the team say 2-6, and everyone in the crowd says 1-1. So at that time, I would say yes, they're pretty loud.
That's cool.
And you guys, the amount of work that goes into this, what's the latest you've been at the Career Center?
Ooh, I couldn't even tell you. I think the latest I've stayed, well, this year I haven't stayed as much, but I know last year I was at the Career Center until 9 one night. But when we changed our whole robot last year between our first competition and our second competition. So during that time, I think probably 10 at night.
You know, with all this artificial intelligence talk, it's sweeping the country, Ron.
Yes, yeah.
Is that going to be part of robotics?
It may feed into it a little bit, but in my heart, I think the design of these robotics is, it's going to take a little while for things like ChatGPT to catch up to those kind of designs. And there is a lot of freedom in how robots are designed. And what we like to do is see these students come up with their own ideas of how they're going to design and build robots. And if the students have a good coach, like this team does, they have a wonderful coach, that coach is going to encourage the students to figure out things on their own and not immediately go to the internet and try to find canned solutions.
How talented are these kids, Ron?
Oh, they're amazingly talented. I would like to get every one of them to come to Spring Arbor and be engineers, but they go, people with skills like Charlotte's can do many, many different things.
Well, it exposes the school really to these students in your engineering program. What a great fit.
Well, that's one reason why we like to host the competition, is it brings people onto our campus so they can see who we are, and we can introduce them to our engineering program, which is not too old yet. We're 4 years old this year. I'll have our very first graduates are coming out of the program this year.
Yeah, it's robotics season. Consumers Energy hosting robotics students this Friday, and then on March 3rd and 4th at the McDonald Athletic Center, it's the is it the regionals? What do they call it?
The first in robotics competition. That's the biggie.
Yeah. These are the regional competitions.
I know we'll be there, and we'll look forward to packing the arena.
It'll be packed. Yes, sir.
Good luck to the Vectors.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Charlotte getting ready with the Jackson Area Career Center's Jacktown Vectors, and from Spring Arbor University, Dean of Engineering, Ron DeLapp. More of the morning show. Stay with us.
The PIC Center is an independent practice that has provided care to the Jackson area for over 25 years. Doctors O'Neill and Cack supervise antibiotic infusions, as well as those for many other conditions, such as inflammatory bowel, joint, and lung disease, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Our modern facility is open 7 days a week, and the infusion staff will make you feel right at home. Let your doctor know you have a choice where you receive your next infusion. Remember, when you've picked us, you've picked the best.
You need a plumber? Grimes Plumbing Company. Licensed and insured, proudly serves the Jackson area with fast, reliable service and competitive pricing, both for repairs and new installs. For fast, reliable plumbing service, call Grimes Plumbing today. And remember, we love water.
The Frank Center for the Arts in downtown Marshall is your destination for live music and entertainment. Experience world-class performances in an upscale historic setting. Visit thefrank.org. The Frank Center of the Arts, intimate venue, ultimate experience.
Open your Michigan-made checking account with True Community Credit Union. When you open a Michigan-made checking account, you can earn up to 3.5% APY each month based on the activities and relationships you have connected to your account. The more points you earn, the higher the rewards. Plus, there's no minimum balance or monthly fee. Visit trueccu.com to open your Michigan-made checking account today.
Give the gift that lasts. The Jackson YMCA has something for everyone on your shopping list. Skip the traditional gift of things and give an experience at the Y, where no matter what age, there's something for everyone. Give the child on your list a youth membership for one of our after-school adventures. Out of ideas for mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa? Send them to the Y, where they can enjoy the pool, indoor walking track, wellness center, sauna, steam room, and so much more.
We're just 24 days away from St. Patrick's Day, and you may have plans for the morning and afternoon, but 5:30 comes around and you want to get some exercise. The Shamrock Shuffle, presented by the Jackson YMCA, and it's a 5K, only costs $25. And run that 5K, run some of the kegs and eggs and green beer off. Friday, March 17th at 5:30. Visit the Jackson YMCA to sign up.
It'll be great for photo opportunities.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have a score correction. It was, you were right.
It
Lumen
was.
Christie boys did win over Western. So, sorry about that.
Sorry, folks. Thank you to Dana for taking those calls.
Our next guests are working on filling the bleachers and the dugouts for Jackson Southwest Little League, Bobby Rozak and Chris Cook. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Thanks for having us. Yeah,
It's,
thank you.
It's that time of year already, isn't it?
Happens fast.
You know, Andy, you're probably one of the few people to actually be kicked out of the Southwest Little League.
That is true. That is true.
True story.
It is true. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later in the segment. But so you guys are already registering, and you guys have. I was looking at so many age groups. 4 up to 16, softball and baseball. Talk a little bit about Southwest and the programs you offer.
Sure, yeah. So we have, as you said, ranging from 4 to 16. And not a lot of people do it all the way up through 16 anymore.
Yeah.
I think maybe I was one of the last people that actually played when I was 16 years old for the Southwest Little League. But there wasn't as many travel teams back then. So there's a lot of competition out there with your travel teams and anybody spouting off and doing that, because I'm one of them.
Yeah.
But a lot of our girls and my kids play both.
Yeah.
They'll play Southwest Little League, and then on the weekends they'll do their travel stuff too.
There's so many different pathways to success. So you mentioned, you played Southwest till you were 16. Didn't stop you from playing college baseball.
It certainly did not, and surprisingly, and I'll just mention people in my own family that played Southwest Little League and then went on to college. So myself, I played at Adrian College. Mm-hmm. My younger brother, Eric, played at Southwest Little League. He played at Central Michigan. My brother-in-law, Mick Callahar, played Southwest Little League his whole life, played catcher at University of Michigan. My uncle, Mark Lincoln, played Southwest Little League, and he played catcher at Michigan State. And let's not forget Ryan Lamar, the guy that plays in the pros, right? He played Southwest Little League.
Isn't that amazing?
So you don't have to play travel ball to play at the next level, college and or pro.
Right. I think that's a great statement. And boy, what some great names coming out of Jackson, right?
That's good.
But that's
good baseball family.
That's where it all starts. So Southwest Little League and where you guys started. Talk a little bit about what kids get out of those programs.
You want to say anything? I'll tell you what, and I'll tell you as a coaching standpoint. This is where I got my start in coaching, right? With Southwest Little League. My kids, Bella, my oldest, now is 14, but when she was 7 and 8, I decided to coach softball. Well, from there, I've coached travel and into now coaching at Lumen Christie. Probably not the route that everybody takes, but the memories that I get from coaching Little League is that kid that gets their first base hit, right? And the smile on their face when they get down there is just something you just can't get anywhere else.
Right.
First time they score a run, first time they make it out, first time they strike somebody out. All those firsts that you don't get to see maybe in some of the travel stuff.
For sure.
And then the kids playing with their friends.
Yeah.
Right? And their teammates, or their schoolmates. So I remember, and maybe you can attest to this, and probably you too, going to school that day knowing that you're playing a couple of your buddies that night. You're chirping all day long.
Oh, yeah.
All the way up until you get to that game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that and just the camaraderie you get out of it. Met a lot of good people over the years, a lot of friends I'm still friends with that I would not have met if I didn't do the stuff in Southwest Little League.
Yeah, I think some of the people still talk a little junk to each other out there. Is Fortune Enterprise Tupperware still a sponsor? No, I don't think so.
Was that leading into you telling us how you got kicked out?
No, we did get kicked out. But so if you live outside of the boundary, you are able to get a waiver.
You are, as long as you go to school inside of our boundaries, then we're allowed to do a
See,
school
that
waiver.
you would have qualified.
I would have, but
we lived on the line.
Yeah, we lived on the line. The line was on our street, but we lived on the south side of the street.
Right.
Yeah. And
But you were
Hanover Horton baseball, and the rest is history.
But we had great times at Hanover Horton baseball.
I think Little League is just great times as a family, right?
Oh yeah, I mean the fans come out. I mean you get Grandma and Grandpa coming out. We got Pam's in the concession stands. We've got popcorn, hot dogs. I mean it's honestly pretty cool to see. You go out there and there's 4 or 5 games going on, and there's practices in other fields. And there's a ton of kids that are out there having a blast, and there's little kids running all over the place. So I mean it's actually a pretty cool night out.
You guys looking for sponsors?
Yes, we are. I think we always are. Bobby, I think it runs that a little bit more every year, but I think we're always looking for sponsors to help out. We've been doing a lot of banners. We're on a kind of a lower end, but you could do a team sponsor. And we always talk about these kids, you sponsor a team, and my kids wear that T-shirt year round. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. Even seeing the kids in the community, if they're playing basketball or a different sport, then they got an Elro shirt on, or whoever the sponsor is. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool seeing that. But yeah, I think we're always looking for sponsors. We're trying to do more of a. We've got a few fields that are open. I think some of these companies in town have sponsored the fields for years and years. And we're looking for a couple more that might fit in with those other fields where we don't have a field sponsor. And that takes a $1 donation, but what we're trying to do really is use that to improve the fields. I think Bobby's probably been out there. The guys that are coaching are volunteering their time and fixing up the fields. And over time, there's more that needs to be done. He would know more about that than me, but.
Well, it's quite a complex. You even have your own concession stand.
It's the nicest concession stand.
You spent a lot of time there last year.
Oh, I sure do. Well, there's so much time in between hits. At some of the games. So
I would say that I've, as a coach and player, I've played at many places around the state of Michigan. We have the best facilities. I'm not saying that because we're here. Right. I'm saying that because I've seen them all, and we truly have the best facilities. And it takes some time and effort to keep those up to standard. And when we host tournaments, in which we'll be hosting a state tournament for majors girls softball this year, and that will be July 7th through the 9th.
And that's a big deal to host something like that.
It's a huge deal. I mean, you get, I think, 16 teams throughout the state of Michigan that come down and play. We hosted a minor state tournament back in 2018, was the first time I was a part of that. And it takes a lot. It's a lot of effort. But to bring all those people in to let them see Jackson in general, you're putting them up in hotels for a few days, and they get to see everything that Jackson has to offer, which is a lot. Parks and golf courses, and I mean, we've got it all. So to put Jackson on display for the rest of the state, it's awesome, and we get to be a part of that.
Are you guys coaching your own kids this year?
Probably.
Bob is, for sure.
I am coaching my oldest daughter.
Okay.
For Lumen Christie, she's a freshman, so I'll be able to coach her on the varsity level this year if she makes the team. And I'll coach our semi-travel team, the Brunettes. Both of my daughters, Lucy and Bella, will both play on that team.
Now, are they in the age where the state championship will be here, or the state finals?
Lucy is, yes. Lucy is. So hopefully she'll get to enjoy that. I know she's got some basketball tournaments, so she's got to.
It's hard to balance all that stuff.
She's got to balance and choose, but it should be fun.
You guys are doing some spring training coming up, I think, in another week or so, right?
It's St. Mary's Gym, right? I think somebody got some access to St. Mary's Gym, so any of the kids that want to get out, start throwing the ball, I'm not sure really what we're going to be doing or how many people are going to be showing up, but as many kids as possible. You know, I think the time slot was 4:30 to 6:30. So there's a couple hours where the kids can come out, parents can sign up. That gives them a chance to sign up in person. I think you know, we've sent a lot of the forms out. You can sign up online, right, on the Southwest Little League website. I think we have some Facebook posts that have been out there with different links, but you can sign up in person. The kids will be able to throw. I'm sure we're going to have some hitting stations and some throwing stations. So give the kids a chance to get out and get loosened up and get ready for the spring season.
Yeah, it's starting Monday, February 27th, and they'll do that every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30 at St. Mary's. And St. Mary's asks that you not wear cleats.
Yeah.
Tennis shoes, please.
Yes. What are you guys giving up for Lent?
I'm giving up cigarettes and brown liquor.
Me too, Bob.
How about yourself? What are you giving up?
I'm just going to give up candy. How about you, Chris?
Biting my fingernails. I got to stay
Really?
away. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's always it's a bad habit to have, and
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you coach softball and baseball, it's, you know, cigarettes and brown liquor.
Bad news.
Jim
Bears.
Leland. Jimmy Leland.
How about you, Bart? What are you?
Well, I haven't decided yet. I've got a little bit of
You
time.
got a few minutes.
I make poor
To the end of the
decisions
day.
under pressure, and the 1 year that
Yeah,
haunts
that's
me
bad.
is I gave up all foods that began with the letter P. I didn't think it through, and
Pizza, popcorn, pop,
pasta,
pistachios.
potato chips. It was a bad year.
That's a lot to give up.
I'm going to give up all foods that begin with X.
Oh, that sounds
good.
Yeah, very good.
That's not much of a sacrifice.
No.
I'll come up with something before the day's out. If kids and families are struggling, there's some financial aid available. There's some ways that families can get some help to get kids in the program.
there is. If there's anybody that won't pay for the fee, we'll be taking care of that.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm not sure if there's a ton every year, but everybody early in the city, our boundaries are huge now, right? It's really the city. It used to be Southwest Little League,
Yeah.
Jackson North, you know, I mean, different things like that. It really, I think it's everybody and anybody. So if there's anyone out there that wants to play, we'll make sure they can play.
Awesome. Coming up, and again, for more information, you can register online. Check out Southwest Little League Facebook page as well. Bobby Rozak and Chris Cook, thank you guys very much for joining us this morning.
Hey, thank
Thanks
you
for
guys.
having us.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us.
More of the morning show right after this quick break.
It's jaw-dropping, it's eye-popping, it's gut-busting.
It's showtime.
That's right. The whole world loves Beetlejuice. It's a rowdy, rambunctious, rollicking good time. And a big, fantastical funhouse.
Beautiful.
Everyone agrees this show is
So good.
You've never seen anything quite like. What else do you need to hear? Beetlejuice. Coming to Worden Center March 14th through 19th.
When it's cold, the last thing you want is your home's heater to quit on you. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, our team of comfort specialists take the frustration out of the equation. From simple repairs to more complex fixes, we'll get you warm and comfortable quickly. Just call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com. Don't forget, we're
Always on time, or you don't pay time. Always on time, or you don't pay time.
independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
As a proud partner of Frankenmuth Insurance, Barker Weber operates under 5 distinct values.
Integrity. We will be honest and fair.
Stewardship. We commit to responsible management.
Empathy. We understand how you feel.
Mutual respect and trust. You'll always be our valued partner.
Dedication. We'll work for you wholeheartedly.
Barker Weber and Frankenmuth Insurance, your local insurance solution.
Looking to update, add space, or build a new home? Home Builders Association of Jackson and Consumers Energy proudly present the 2023 Home and Garden Show. No matter the size or scope of your project, the area's most trusted experts will be on site, all under one roof to answer questions, share ideas, and provide inspiration for all your home and landscape projects. From the front door to the backyard, you'll find it all at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the American One Event Center, February 24th through the 26th.
Dahlem, Jackson's nature place. Registration is now open for their Outdoor Adventure Summer Day Camp. 9 one-week themed sessions of camp this summer for children ages 3 to 12 years old. Games, hikes, hands-on crafts, and more. They are hiring camp staff and team volunteers as well. Easy online registration is open now. Visit dahlumcenter.org.
Welcome back to the morning show. Our show today is brought to you by the Center for Family Health, and they would like to remind you to be a flu fighter this flu season. No appointment necessary. You can visit the walk-in clinic, but if you want, just give them a call, 517-748-5500. The Center for Family Health has been opening the door to healthcare for all for more than 30 years.
Here now from U.S. Staffing Agency, Jim Dolson. Hi, Jim.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Going really well.
Yeah.
And,
a little bit slippery outside, or getting there. So drizzly, rainy, icy.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
We were just talking about artificial intelligence with the robotics people, but it's here, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. And I was listening to that segment as well before I came out here. And so it sounds like Spring Arbor's got a program heading that direction, which is great. Of course, it's all over the news today.
Yeah,
too.
what is it?
So artificial intelligence, actually, it's quite interesting. The term and the whole philosophy was coined by an American IT engineer back in the 50s. So it's not like a new thing. Plus, if you've ever watched 2001: A Space Odyssey on the movie, it's all over on that as well. It's been in there. But the basic definition goes something like this: that machines can learn how to speak and write and sound human-like, or maybe even as human-like as this conversation is going. So that's kind of like a basic understanding of it. Of course, I think it's much deeper than that. But I think the key is just to remember it's when computer software is learning, machine learning, it's based on experience. So it's not just like an algorithm that does the same thing every time. It actually learns and responds differently. So I grabbed one example off Twitter land, which I thought was so funny and interesting. So I'll just read it to you if you want. It's our Twitter user recorded this and then put it on Twitter. This is his interaction with ChatGPT we're talking about. So he says this. So a Twitter user recorded the script, it was just last week, not even a week ago, and then he tweeted it out. So the Twitter user typed in his question. He said, "How much is 2 + 5? Of course, the AI responded back, 2 + 5 is 7. Then the Twitter user responded back, "Well, my wife says it's 8. So now you're going to where this is going, right? Well, the AI tool quickly responded, 2 + 5 is actually 7, not 8. It could be possible that your wife made a mistake or misunderstood." It's like, oh boy, if my wife read this, they're throwing that computer out. But anyways, the Twitter user quickly countered back, "Well, my wife is always right." And so there's a slight delay on the AI tool side, and it responds back, "Well, I apologize. I must have made an error. If your wife says it's 8, then it must be 8.
You can definitely have some fun with the Chat GTP for sure. We were talking earlier about you can kind of, it's like you said, it's based on user experience. So you're going to get some push or lean, I think, from some of the answers.
I mean, the fancy name for that is heuristic. So it's based on experience and interaction, and it learns from that. So obviously, you can teach it wrong, or you can teach it right. So,
how can Bart use it?
Well, it's a great question. So you're probably already using it. I'm sure you are. If you've ever used, we all use Google Maps. Mm-hmm. That's definitely an AI-driven tool. In fact, the name of the AI engine is, I believe it's called DeepMinds, is the name of the actual AI tool product that they use. But listen, if you have a LinkedIn account and it feeds you connections, that's AI-driven. If you're using Twitter and it's feeding you news feeds from that, that's an AI type work. If you're using Facebook and it's feeding you ad content, when you pick up your smartphone and it looks at you and logs you in without you having to enter your passcode, that's an AI-driven engine behind the smartphone. So, and then Grammarly, I've used Grammarly quite a bit. A tool, word prediction, phrase based on what you're writing, and correction, and that sort of thing. So we use it all the time.
So what should
it always seems to know I want pizza.
It does. Yeah, well, I mean, you keep talking about it.
And then even dials it up for you, right?
It's listening to you. What are some next steps for small businesses as this enters really kind of all of our spaces?
Yeah. Well, I think one thing that we're doing and other small businesses can do as well is just think about where you can use these tools. You can use them for like data analysis. There's a lot of AI tools that are set up really well for just analyzing sets of data to find trends and patterns that you might not otherwise find. Inventory management, helping you to manage inventory. We use it, frankly, we've used it to write radio scripts before. So we've been using it quite a bit for that. It's fun to get to know. Part of the interaction with an AI tool is learning how to write the correct prompts. So it's not just what is 2 + 5. It's also, being more nuanced in your question, and that sort of thing. So, but some things that small business can do right now is just identify those tasks, make a list of the tasks that are chewing up a lot of your time, that are, 2 or 3 hours a week kind of stuff that you would like to just to offload and get rid of. So you make a list of those kinds of things. You kind of assign some time to it. How much time does it take to do like this email or a radio script, like I was saying? You prioritize them and say, I would pick off these 2 or 3 at the top just to start with. And then you go do a Google search on AI tools for that specific thing. I was just using it the other day tell me about an AI tool that helps me write emails. And it's quite impressive.
Yeah.
So let's start small and go easy.
And there are, I think right now, there are websites you can see examples of AI written copy. They have, I know.
Like ad copy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and some of the tools that I've looked at, they're very tuned into like specific type of topics, like ad content or writing general emails. Or a lot of people are playing with just generation of graphics and generation of art, which is fun to play with as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, for me, there's no benefit in that other than just to have some fun with it, but yeah.
It's definitely it's an interesting space for sure.
Well, I think people are concerned that it's going to be misused, and teachers in colleges and universities right now are concerned that assignments are being written.
As well they should be.
As well they should. Right? Hey, there's been ways to plagiarize
forever. This is a new way. I can tell you, so one of the things I do on the side is teach, most of it's online. Once you get to know a student's writing style, and then they come up with something that's like totally AI generated and not the same, it's like, okay, there's something's going on here. Tell me why this is all of a sudden different. Who wrote this for you?
The Encyclopedia Britannica is probably what you used.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Me too.
Yeah. Me too, actually.
Yeah, it's funny. People talk about all the sources have biases online, but the Encyclopedia Britannica, one person maybe was responsible for what everybody.
Biased, wasn't
They're
it?
probably if you went back and looked into it, it probably was. But I think some people are using that AI to try and generate a biased answer to then show social media.
Yeah, and make it look
work.
objective because it came from AI.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Well, one of the things, if it's still a limitation of ChatGPT, which we were talking about, it's only good through events like through 2021.
Okay.
Unless it's been recently expanded, like in the last 30 days.
Interesting.
It's only been up through 2021. So it wouldn't understand, you wouldn't be able to query it about more, like the Russian and Ukraine war. It probably would have older history on that, but not newer events. So there's definitely limitations on these products. But they're not to be feared, to be used.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got, unfortunately, a few more months before summer's here, but is now the time that people should be thinking about seasonal opportunities, summer jobs, to start looking for that?
Yeah, especially in construction, tree trimming. And we do work with work with all those kinds of places. Yeah, this is kind of like not the Christmas season rush, for that kind of seasonal worker. It's more for those outdoor kinds of landscaping companies that we work with and that sort of thing. So yeah, and we have a lot of jobs, a lot of openings. So
yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be looking for summer help.
I think so, and you guys have done just a wonderful job in this community, and continued success coming off the Reach Higher Chamber Award.
So with Ben. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're glad that he got that award. It was well deserved, and it was fun to see him get it. It was fun to see his dad present it to him.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
On his behalf. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, Ben Jones, on the Reach Higher Award from Michigan Works Southeast. And you're right, well deserved.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's great having you here. Thanks for all you guys do in the community. Thanks for all your help with everyone looking for work or looking for employees.
And it's fun to bring topics like this to small businesses just to help people along as it's helping us. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of our show.
All right.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
The end of our show. I want to thank Jim Dolson and all our guests, Bobby Rozak, Chris Cook, Charlotte, Ron DeLapp, and Jacob Inocencio for joining us. Hope everyone has a wonderful Wednesday. Stay safe on the roads and tune in to jtv.tv for more weather alerts. That's it. We'll see you 1 o'clock for Bart Show. Have a good day.
Welcome to the 114th annual meeting for your Jackson County Chamber of Commerce, and of course, the second annual Night of Distinction.
Christy and I are really excited